Protests in Iran following the death of a 22-year-old woman detained by the country's morality police have stretched into a third week, and there is no sign that the demonstrations will slow down. I recently sat down with independent journalist Mary Mohammadi, a native of Iran now living in the United States, who is keeping a close eye on the volatile situation in her home country. Mary, I want to thank you so much for agreeing to talk to us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We've been seeing what's been playing out after the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini and all the protests that have popped up all around Iran. Can you talk to us a little bit more about that? I know that you're in touch with people in your home country. What are they saying about what's happening over there?
Well, you know, Mahsa Amini was murdered by morality patrol in Iran because of hijab, and she just hadn't covered her hair completely by her scarf. And after that, after I think 2 days, it was like a spark and like a fire under the ashes that erupted suddenly. For more than 2 weeks, people of Iran are protesting days and nights in Iran, and this is very dangerous. This is different from America, and security guards are killing protesters by billy clubs and by bullets. But many of protesters who were killed are considered child because they are under the age of 18. They really fight for freedom. Compulsory hijab, I can say this is one of the smallest problem of Iranians. And not only compulsory hijab, not only oppression of women, every single person is under pressure, because everywhere that there is not freedom, all people are under pressure. For example, religious minorities, ethnic minorities, women, even men.
And I know this is your first interview in English, especially talking about these protests. Why was it important for you to talk about this?
Because, you know, it's not the first protest of Iranians, but this is the first time that the world could hear our voice. And the people, you know, they are in Iran, and their internet is really limited, and this is my duty to be their voice. Telegram and Signal applications were filtered, but in this protest, even WhatsApp and Instagram were filtered too. This is very hard to send texts for others, even my family. It's very hard for them to send me a message, for example, on WhatsApp. I was unaware of my mother for days in this protest, in the ongoing protest, and also to download or upload videos or pictures are really hard, and they can't share their the picture of their protest in the streets to media. Their access is really limited.
What would you like to see the international community, the United States, do? What would you like them to do, or at least say?
For protesters? I think they can do two things. One of them is supporting protesters, and on the other hand, they should put pressure on diplomatics in America and Europe.
It's a scary situation, yet they're still protesting.
It's more than a protest. I think it's better to call these people revolutionary, not protester, because the only demand of these people is a complete revolution.
Do you think it will happen?
I really hope so, that we can make it. But I don't know we can do it in this protest or not. Nobody can say that. But we know, if not tomorrow, maybe next week. It's close to us. This is different from classical revolution that we had in 20th century. And this is leaderless, and they just are fighting for freedom.